It is a privilege to introduce our next honoree. Before I even go into introducing her, I really want to set the framework in the place of time. And it will be quick because I recognize time is at a premium right now. But as we do this, and we look at these honorees and think about where they are right now, this weekend is also about time traveled, distance traveled. Where did we start to actually get to where we are right now? This room is not just about her journey, but it's about a collective journey. And so the framework that does her justice is really looking at that collective journey. I don't use hyperbole. I actually started my career as a corporate litigator. So when I say the journey starts with kings and queens and architects and engineers, I'm not doing that to flatter myself. You're in here. We existed historically, and we exist now. So we started from a place of great excellence, and then we moved. The journey looked a little bit like this: excellence, captivity, human loss of freedom, getting, receiving, not earning, but it was a gift, which is loaded language, emancipation, Reconstruction, Jim Crow, civil rights, a fun little era I like to call Barack time, and now. This room is full of possibility and excellence, but the journey and the woman I am about to introduce is a reflection of a lot of distance traveled, not just collectively, but all of ours. Benjamin Elijah Mays once said, "I have only just a minute, only 60 seconds in it, forced upon me, can't refuse it, didn't seek it, didn't choose it. I must suffer if I lose it, give account if I abuse it." Just a tiny little minute, but eternity is in it. Deirdre Findlay has used her time wisely. She is a first-generation daughter of immigrants from Jamaica, born and bred in New York. She took that opportunity and the hopes and dreams of parents who put all of their wishes on this daughter, one of two children. She did not disappoint them with the pressure that came from immigrant parents who knew that their daughter could do more than what they had achieved, but did not have a pathway predetermined for how she was to get there. So she paved her own way. Her education started at Williams College, which could have been enough because she then went and matriculated into a career in finance. However, we all know you must be twice as good and work twice as hard to get half the way. She then went and received her MBA from Dartmouth, and then went on to go into finance, tech, and marketing. Her career went through eBay and Google, and leaving there, she joined Stitch Fix, a retail company that's not only disrupting how we shop from a consumer perspective, but is also adding a human component to AI so that their stylists are not just relating to how their consumers shop, but do so with a human level, recognizing that dignity, integrity, and being able to work with your customer base are not things that are diametrically opposed when you're seeking monetization. It's become critically important just from this weekend how special the work she is doing today truly is. When we talk about the danger of robotics and AI and what that looks like in a performance and professional landscape, and the danger of moving salespeople away, let's consider this. Two women this weekend shopping, women of color, who take their well-earned money into a store to replace an accessory. And this is a true story. These women of color then exchange for commerce, and the woman who is selling the good, a luxury good in person, says, seeing the old purchase, well, that's primitive. There are a lot of words one can use in the lexicon discussing fashion and a purchase. Vintage might be an appropriate term. Primitive, not so much. The reason it is so critically important to have the Deirdre Findlays of the world, and there are not many, but we have this one, changing the way algorithms, AI, and consumer models are recognizing their customers, not just of color, but human beings, will change the way we experience changing goods for service. It is a privilege to see how well her parents did and how proud we all can be in utilizing technology to move us all forward from everything, including fashion. I am honored to present to you Deirdre Findlay.